What's up, everybody? Come on in, come on in. Questions and answers. Do you believe in aliens, ghosts, or the afterlife? Questions and answers right here. Come on in, come on in. I get a couple people in and I'll start talking about my experiences. What's up? What's up, everybody? Come on in, come on in. Have you ever had an experience with aliens, orbs, ghosts or the afterlife, anything like that? This the page. This the page, and today, right now, is the time to talk about it. So y'all, come on in. Let's get it off your chest. Let's talk about this. Come on in. Aliens, ghosts, or the afterlife. Is it? Do you guys believe in it? Have you ever seen the aliens? Have you ever seen a UFO? Because most people probably never seen aliens, but you probably seen something flying that you didn't realize what it was. Come on in, I'll get a few people in, and then I'll tell you about my experiences, and then you guys can tell me about yours. Come on in, come on in. This is gonna be the new spot. Start coming on here talking every day. This is going to be the new spot. Won't be no blocking. Won't be nothing like that. I ain't got time to try to block you people. Come in and just say what you like. But do you believe in aliens, ghosts, or the afterlife? Just the question and answer spot today. I got time today. I back when I was a little younger, about 20 years ago, um, me and one of my partners, we were sitting out in the car, and he used to always talk about space and all of that. I never really even cared about it. I was just wanted to do music. I didn't care about all that stuff. I kind of felt like I was like, man, this dude getting kind of strange. You know what I'm saying? Because he keep talking about some esoteric stuff. I'm like, man, I don't know nothing about esoteric, or I don't know nothing about Nephilims. I don't know nothing like that. So we sit in the car, we got the laptop going, we doing music, and we rapping. And he was like, man, yesterday I seen a UFO. Now, let me remind you this, we was smoking. Yeah, I used to smoke weed like when I was younger. Of course, probably most people did. Um, it's nothing like the weed they got today, though. it don't have, it don't have fentanyl in. Um, and so I thought the guy was getting a little strange. You know what I'm saying? And I kept trying to ignore him. He was like, "Yeah, I seen a UFO yesterday." And he was like, "It was right over the Head Start building." I was trying to ignore him, keep writing my little raps. I was trying to ignore him the best I could. But as we was still writing our rhymes and stuff, he happened to say, "There it goes." So, all right, so basically we bagged up in the backyard. We got the laptop in the car, and we have what's up, guy? Yeah, weed today is kind of whack. Yeah, man. But man, we had the car backed up in the backyard. We had the laptop, microphone, everything, just sitting in the front seat, and we was just like doing these little rhymes and stuff. And he was like, "There it goes," and I kid y'all not. Like I said, I didn't believe in none of this stuff. I didn't believe it. I mean, you could really hardly ever get me to believe in anything. I looked through the window, and it was a big tree over us, and they had leaves on it. So this was summertime. Oh yeah, people was popping fireworks. So I know what a lantern looked like, and I released lanterns at the beach before. I know what they look like. So the way we was looking, if you look out the window, you can see this tree. The tree is right over the car, and the way that we was looking was over the Head Start Center. And then if you go a little past that, it'll be Chevron. And man, I kid you not, what I seen is probably the description that the ancient people gave of the fire chariot. It didn't look like a chariot like with horses, but I'm gonna tell you, it looked just like a crystal ball, and it had fire going from the left side around the right side, and it didn't look like a fire like if it was on fire like in trouble. It looked like a computer fire, like you know. I'm from right now. I'm in Alabama, but I actually seen this in Moss Point, Mississippi. So we was looking through the window. I seen fire like through the trees, the limbs, and everything. So we got out the car and we walked around. Boom, walked around the tree and was looking in the sky. And I kid you not, I seen a crystal ball that looked like it was on fire, right? And it had mostly like orange or yellowish looking fire from the middle on down, and it was like I said, it didn't look like a fire like if they was in trouble or nothing. It looked like a computer screen fire, and it was going from left to right around whatever this was, left to right, left to right. So we had already got out the car and started staring at it. I mean, I stared at this thing. It probably was there a good 10 or 15 minutes. And we stay in Moss Point, Mississippi. The Air Force Base is maybe 25 minutes away. I don't know how long it take in a jet, but by car we could usually get to Biloxi in like maybe 25 minutes or something like that. So as we standing there, we seen a jet come by. It was actually a jet and some type of big airplane. The airplane had a green dot on the wing and a red dot. It was a red dot and a green flashing dot on the wing, and it was flying in a circle. The jet flew towards this. I'm gonna call it the UFO because I tell people all the time. I say this the first UFO that I ever seen. What's up? What's up? Visuals. Hey, how you doing? Like this, like the first UFO I ever seen. So when the jet went towards the craft or the UFO, it disappeared. It didn't take off. It disappeared and it reappeared. So the way the jet, when it was turning, it had to turn like these big circles, and it was man, it was like it was sliding through the sky the way he was trying to turn that jet, and it was just roaring. It was just he was flying that thing. He did about 3 circles trying to get close to the crystal ball that was on fire. It disappeared and reappeared way in the sky to the point I didn't know where it was at. And then my homeboy said, he said, "There it go right there. There it go right there." And I said, "Show is," and it reappeared so high this time. At first, it was so close that it was probably the size of a. We could see it like if we was looking at a basketball. That's how it looked in the sky. So it was a pretty big craft. It was just so far away because it was over. I was looking over towards the Head Start Center, and then we looking towards Chevron oil refinery. Man, this thing disappeared, reappeared in a blink of an eye. It didn't take off. I didn't never see it take off. All I seen, it blinked. Matter of fact, it blinked. It said whoop whoop, and then it just went away, and it reappeared high in the sky. So the plane that had the left the green light and the red light, it was just flying in a circle. The jet was actually trying to get to the UFO. And so this time when the jet climbed, the UFO disappeared. That was the only UFO experience that I ever had, right? So that was I tell this story all the time because I said I always wanted to see one. I used to watch X Files when I was younger, and I didn't know if I believed it or not. It was just a cool little show, but now I know that the show is real because I seen with my own eyes exactly some of the things that be on X Files. Right, that was the first time I ever in my life experienced seeing a UFO, and that was over Malls Point, Mississippi. I was actually in Malls Point. The UFO might have been in Pascagoula, Mississippi, over the oil refinery. So wherever these things come from, they are very interested in nuclear and resources like oil. I don't think they come to take ours. I just think they come to see how advanced that we have. The reason why I feel like UFOs didn't come to take our resources because they haven't tried to take it yet, right? Um, you see what mankind does when they want to take something. You can visually and you can see how mankind want to take it. It actually got the bulldozers. It may they may make war to go take it. No, these things they more peaceful than anything. And I also believe that in space there's so many resources that they don't have to fight for resources because they can go to planets that don't have nobody on it and get the resources. Like why would they come here to fight us to get resources when they pass by thousands and thousands or even millions of planets to get here? And these planets and these comets and all of these space rocks got its own minerals and stuff like that on it. Why would they come here to fight us to get that? It don't make no sense. So I think when we see them over our places of resources like nuclear facilities and Chevron like oil refineries and stuff like that, I believe they just come to see how far that we've gotten. Um, I never used to believe in UFOs till I seen one myself. So that's kind of like my experience with UFOs. I haven't had any experience with ghosts, so it's just like UFOs. Do I believe in ghosts? I don't believe in ghosts, but if you tell me a ghost story, I can't knock it because I don't want y'all knocking me telling my experience with a UFO. So I listen when people say, "Oh, I seen a ghost and this and that." Then I just believe it. Like, why not believe it? Just a good story is a good story, right? So yeah, do you guys believe like in ghosts, or do y'all believe like in the afterlife or anything like that? Just jot down in the comments and I'll answer. Yeah, Oscar, you right. The weed today do suck. I don't smoke no more though, but I wish I did. Oscar Andrews in Alaska. Yeah, I'm over. I'm right now. I'm in Mobile. I'm in Mobile, Alabama. So been at work today. Kind of got a heat exhaustion. Just came home, laid it down. So do you guys believe in ghosts, aliens, or afterlife? What's your experience? I remember one day we was asleep. My cousin was down. He had just come from St. Louis. He was staying with us, and my sister is a crazy story. No lie, my sister, she just started hollering and damn screaming and beating on the wall. So we thought somebody broke in. We thought somebody was breaking in her room or breaking through the window or something like that. So we jumped up, ran down the hallway, boom, opened her door. She in the corner screaming. We say, "What's wrong?" And she says, "It was a ghost in the closet." She was like, "It was so." I was like, I need to ask her about that today because that been many years ago, but I still remember it like vividly. I remember it. So she was hollering and screaming, talking about she seen a ghost. I never personally seen a ghost, but I tell you something, this damn house I'm in, shit just falls off the shelf, and I don't know why. And I be wondering, do we have many earthquakes that I can't feel in Alabama, or is something pushing this stuff off the shelf? I don't know. Do y'all believe in ghosts? Do y'all believe in afterlife? Like I said, I've had my UFO experience at Mars Point where I seen a what I call a crystal ball that was on fire over Chevron, and me and one of my partners came outside and seen it. What's up, Carl? Do you believe in afterlife? Do you believe in ghosts? Have you ever seen a UFO, alien, anything like that? Like I said, I haven't seen an alien. I haven't seen a ghost. I'm not sure or not if I believe in the afterlife. But I have seen like a orb or a UFO before, and it was mind blowing. And after we seen that, and then what makes it so believable in my eyes because the military came out to take a look at it, and it disappeared twice on the military when they was trying to climb and go up next to it. It disappeared, reappeared way in the sky, and then as they as they turned around to try to climb back up there to it, it disappeared again. And we stayed outside maybe till 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, when we seen this UFO, the sun was out, and it was early in the day, maybe like 3 or 4. Let me tell y'all how my neck was hurting because we stayed outside to like 2 o'clock in the morning looking in the sky. I had to get on top of the car, lay backwards just to stare in the sky because my neck was hurting so bad for looking up. But we seen all types of stuff. Um, we seen what they call a shooting star, but no, I wasn't drunk, Carl, but I was. I told everybody I was smoking. I was young. I was younger, and I was smoking weed. But we smoke weed all the time. Now then, if I was doing anything else, I'll say no, I'm tripping. But man, somebody that smoke weed don't be tripping. They be just as regular as anybody else. They may just be thinking crazy, but no, like I say, one of my homeboys, he said he seen it the day before, but I thought he was just acting weird. You know what I'm saying? Like he was getting more weirder and weirder with the stuff that he was believing in. And then we actually seen it. He pointed to me. He was like, "There it goes." And like I say, I seen a crystal ball that was on fire. It wasn't like a fire, like a Mayday, Mayday, we on fire, like got hit by a missile fire. It was like a computer screen on a crystal ball with the fire going around from left to right, going around it, and if the fire, it was just fluently like a real fire on a barbecue grill, and it was just going around it, and we sat out and watched it till the military came out. So we are by Keesler Air Force Base. Keesler flew up there to try to see what was going on, but it disappeared. Okay, you from the UK, but y'all been having like a lot of drone sightings and stuff like that at one of y'all bases, right? If I'm not mistaken, somewhere over there. So yeah, like I said, I never did believe in UFOs or nothing like that, but all of a sudden, I seen with my own eyes, and that just make me like I have to believe because I seen with my own eyes. You know how they say seeing is believing? Seeing is believing, man. I promise you, this was the realest thing I ever seen. I always wanted to see a UFO because I didn't believe, but now since I seen it with my own eyes, I had to believe. And I was with one of my best friends that he seen it with me. And like I say, the military came to check on it. It disappeared twice. It disappeared like at first it wasn't real high in the sky. You could see the fire going around it. And then a jet came out and another aircraft. It was a big old looking aircraft with the propellers on it. It had a jet. Yeah, I appreciate you, but I appreciate you coming by, Carl. I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna try to do this more often, just talk about stuff, and I hope that I see you again. Subscribe if you haven't, so you can catch me next time. I'll probably just come on here once or twice a day and just talk about all types of stuff. I mean, why not? I just got off work. I had heat exhaustion today. Just laying in the bed. I'm bored. Nobody here to talk to. I start talking to you guys every day, make new friends, man. So I just felt like I talk about my first alien experience, what I had over here in South Mississippi by seeing a orb with fire going around it, and you know these things are intelligent because when the jet tried to go towards it, it disappeared, and then it reappeared instantly so fast that I thought it was gone. But my partner, he pointed it out to me. He was like, "There it goes right there. There it goes right there." And when I looked up there, it was so small. It looked like the front of a pen. Like if you just had a pen out, that's how little the dot was. It must have went from 5,000 feet to 120,000 feet, like in the blink of an eye, because how big it was, and when it disappeared and reappeared, how small it was. And the jet, we were standing in the backyard. The jet just, it just, he was turning so sharp and trying to climb. And when he started climbing, the second time it was another plane flew over the house. This plane had two prop propellers on it. It had a propeller over here and a propeller over here. And on the one wing it had a green light, and under the another wing it had a red light. And it flew like in a circle 3 times, like over Second Street Park and the area right there. It just flew in a circle 3 times. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And the jet tried to climb and see the UFO, and the UFO just disappeared, and it reappeared up high. The jet came back around because it looked like the jet flew through the spot where the UFO was the first time, and he came back around, and he started climbing in the sky, and then he disappeared again. I hope the men in black don't come to my house, but hey, it is what it is. You can't wipe this memory. I've been knowing this for 20 years. This has been like 20 years ago when it happened. I ain't gonna even say 20 years. Time moving so fast. I had to been at least 15. Yeah, Carl, I'm just chilling too, man. You see, I'm relaxed in the bed, just talking to you guys, making new friends, just talking about stuff. Have you ever seen a UFO? Have y'all ever seen UFO, ghosts, aliens? Do you believe in the afterlife? Do you? Nope, you haven't. Man, I don't think I ever want to see a ghost. I think that probably spook me out. But at the same time, it would probably like put in my mind that it's another, it's something after death on this earth. Everybody everybody is hoping, when they die, that it'll be something else to do and not just be dead. And, I usually think of it like this. Like if you killed a roach, right? You don't say the roach gone to heaven or the roach became a ghost and living another type of life. You just say the roach is dead. And that's kind of how what I was believing, you know, that's kind of how I believe things. Like you don't step on a roach or kill a rat and be like, oh, it's going to rat heaven or it's going to heaven or it became a ghost. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to know though. I know if I had like three wishes, besides, three wishes, one of the wishes would be to have a bunch of money and good health so you could do a lot on this planet. But I think my last wish would be to know all the information about everything. You know, I would love to visit other worlds. I would love to visit other planets, stuff like that. That will be more important to me. I think I'd rather visit other planets and visit other worlds before I would want to be rich. Like you can keep me like this and just let me visit other planets and stuff, and I'd be fine with that. What's up? What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up, everybody? So the question is today: do you believe in aliens, ghosts, or the afterlife? That's the question for everyone today. If you believe in aliens, what's your story? Type it in down here. If you believe in ghosts, what makes you believe in ghosts? Type it in the comment. What makes you believe in ghosts? What makes you believe in the afterlife? Type it in the comment. Let's talk. It's QA, questions and answers today. I'm right here in Alabama, in Mobile, Alabama. Where are you guys from? I got a couple of people on. Where are you guys from? Where y'all located? How they say, rep your city? Rep your city. Rep your country. We usually talk to people from all different countries on here. When I go live working out, it'd be people from places I never even heard of. But I appreciate you guys. Yeah, never really experienced a ghost myself, but I have experienced a UFO. I have seen my own UFO, fire chariot. Where you guys from? Type down in the comments. And if you haven't liked or subscribed, please do it. Encourage us to come back for more QAs, questions and answers. So I think I'd like to do this more. Thank you guys. Well, I'll try to come back on here later this evening after I get through working out, and we'll finish up this conversation. But thank you, everybody. I'll see y'all next time.